What's up, beautiful creators? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about the fact that I shot an OnlyFans commercial. Let's get into it.
La 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 la, warm it up. La 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 la, the boys are waiting. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge.
Okay, I didn't really shoot for OnlyFans. I really shot for Elizabeth Cambage, who is a Australian professional basketball player who is collabing with OnlyFans on her new account on their site. But essentially, OnlyFans will be using this to promote her. So technically, it was an OnlyFans commercial because they're going to be using it as marketing. And so today, I just kind of wanted to talk and go more in depth behind the scenes to show you all kind of the process of how we got it from just an idea to what you all just previously saw. So I was approached by my friend Dominique, who is a photographer, director, producer based in Los Angeles. She works a lot with athletes and a lot of sports companies. And so she came to me with Elizabeth's idea to create this video where she can control the narrative of her OnlyFans account and what she wanted to show, because we all know when you think of OnlyFans, you instantly think about vulgarness or nudity, but there's a lot of creators that are on OnlyFans now. They're doing any and everything that has nothing to do with nudity or vulgarness. They're, just creating another safe space, very similar to a Patreon, to just give more of their fans just different things that they can do. And so when it came to pre-production, she knew exactly what she wanted to go for. She wanted the infrared look, she wanted the black and white, she wanted the dark vibe. We were shooting at night, and so she kind of showed me all these photos from just different videos that she had seen and what she wanted to go for, which helps because then for me as a DP, I know, hey, maybe we should rent a camcorder, which we did, and what kind of lights to rent. And so I knew after looking at those photos to rent Titan tubes, one, because I wanted some lights that were going to be really accessible and we could maneuver around with those. I didn't have time to actually go location scout. She was at the hotel that we shot at, and we only had 2 hours to shoot, so it was a matter of going there and being able to shoot it. And so not being able to location scout, I wanted to use lights where I knew I was going to be able to move around with them, and you don't have to plug in Titan tubes. So we used the Titan tubes to get all of the green look that you all see. So we taped them to the wall, or we just had it on a stand in front of her, and that really gave us that green vibe that she was essentially going for. And then the only other light that I decided to use was the Aperture 300D Mark II. Aperture recently sent me this light, and I hadn't really been able to use it on a client project until this particular project. Now, before they sent me the light, I usually rent the Aperture when I'm shooting client work, but as you all know, if you've been following me for a while, I use the Godox XL60 for my personal work, as well as I would sometimes use it as a fill for my client work. But ever since I received this light, which I've been using right now, I have been using it for my personal work, and it's just, I will be doing a video on the upgrade from a Godox to the Aperture and what I really like about it, and just kind of, since I've been pressing y'all about getting the Godox, I just kind of want to give y'all an update because I have been using the Aperture and I love it. So shout out to Aperture for that. But one of the big things about this light and having it that particular day was when we were talking in pre-production about what kind of effects and things like that she wanted to do like a paparazzi effect or like some flashes. And so being able to take the Aperture with me, it actually has different presets within the light that you can use. So it has strobe, it has lightning, it has paparazzi. And so I was actually able to just go to the preset that was called paparazzi, change the intensity and how fast I wanted it to go, and literally it gave us that flash effect that she wanted, as you can see in the video. And so it was super easy, just amazing to use, and that was pretty much all the lighting that we used. And when it came to camera gear, the only thing that I used, of course, was the Blackmagic 6K. And then I also used the Sigma 1835. That was pretty much the only lens that I used the whole night. I didn't even really bring another lens because I kind of knew that it was going to be able to get me, whether it was I needed a wide, I was going to get the 18, or I needed a 35 that I was going to get close. So I didn't necessarily feel like I needed to bring my Canon FDs or any other lens. Although I did have a 50 and an 85 with me, I used the Sigma 18 to 35 the whole entire shoot. Now, I did use a couple filters that I have from Prism FX or Prism Lens FX or whatever the name is that the buff nerds own. So I had the kaleidoscope, which we use, which I really love that effect that came out in this video. When we talked about pre-production, she talked about it wanted to be like really quick cuts and fast paced and just fun and creative. So using a kaleidoscope filter, as well as I had the linear filter, and I also just for the most part used the Tiffin Pro Mist. I actually recently just broke my Tiffin Pro Mist, and it actually has a line, a crack all the way through, but it gets really cool and a really cool effect when you use it in the sun, but it really didn't do anything to the look of the lens. I'm actually using it now, so y'all let me know. But it didn't really do anything to the look of the lens, so I used it for majority of it, but it really helped provide that soft look. Like I really liked the shot that we got when we were getting in on her facial features and her skin. So, you know, being able to use a different Pro Mist, even though it was broke, it really created that soft look that we really wanted to go. Now in production, because I didn't get to location scout, it wasn't too hard. We didn't have a lot of space because we were in a hotel room, but after everyone left and we went over the shot list with Dom and what it was that we wanted to create, it was pretty simple. We really just had 2 hours to play around. This was very guerrilla style, so it wasn't like too much pressure. So we knew we wanted to get some shots on the bed, some beautiful shots of that, and she knew that she wanted a silhouette look because we discussed it in pre-production. So she had this window in her hotel room which was perfect to be able to get that silhouette look because it had a little bit of depth. And so we basically just taped the Titan tube up to the wall behind her to get that look. And so as you can see, it gives you a really cool silhouette vibe. But we also saw how the light was peeking in through the door in the bathroom, and so we just had her go inside the bathroom and we'd put another Titan tube in there and to create a silhouette look through the door. So that was really cool, just finding ways to be creative. It was 3 of us tag teaming on like trying to find different shots that we can get, someone on her team, Dom and me. And so really that was pretty much the whole crew. That was it, just finding ways to get creative looks. She had two lingerie outfits, and so we knew, you know, what places we wanted to get what. And then even for the last shot, it was like on the couch, and as that you can see, we didn't do the green because when I was looking through my Blackmagic, I'm like, this just looks good without the green. Let's do some without the green. And so that's why there are shots that we were able to play with in post without the green, and then some where you do see the green, and then being able to cut it up in post just made it really dynamic and really cool. I knew early on that she was going to really want to go in on post. She had already sent me the song previously, so I knew the song had really fast cuts, really fast movement, and so I really just kind of wanted to go to the beat. Normally when I do branded content like this, it's always editing to the beat. It's not really storytelling and things like that. You know, even though I'm more of a storyteller, I do like to sometimes jump out of that to do something creative and fun and different. And so it's very refreshing sometimes, but I don't always want to do it. And so in post, I edited in Premiere. Of course, I use the buttery LUTs. Essentially, if you all go and look at how I color correct my client work, that same process is what I did. I started off with the buttery LUTs, and then I really just went in and kind of changed, you know, my colors based off that. And then I went in the creative look and played with a black and white LUT that was already in Premiere, so I didn't have to use any LUTs that I bought. I just changed it to a black and white LUT that was already in Premiere to get more of that black and white flash, super high contrasted vibe that she showed us in the beginning. And then I had some effects from like the camcorder effect that you put on top of the video to kind of show on certain camcorder shots that you see the play and you see the time code, just to kind of push up that element that we use the camcorder on certain shots. I also use that effect on shots where we didn't use the camcorder, just to kind of help you kind of like push along, you know, the video. So that was pretty much it, just all the effects that I already have, which was just the camcorder effect, and then just cutting to the beat really allowed for more of that flexibility and that playfulness. But yeah, that was pretty much it. That was all the BTS. Sometimes you might have a superly produced project, and sometimes you might have a very guerrilla style. Go in, get creative, have fun, and shoot, and see what you come up with, and allow OnlyFans to use it as a teaser and commercial for their creators on their platform, and either way works. So get out there, go and create, go and have fun. Let me know what you all think of the video. Please make sure that you like this video, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all again in the next one. Have a good day.